Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar. Today's webinar is going to be done by myself, Mike, and what we're going to be covering is a brand new supplier to marketplace for Prima, and that is a company called the Jolly Savage. So the Jolly Savage are a leading supplier of surplus OEM printer consumables. They supply only genuine OEM brands in many grade options from pristine, grade A through to reboxed, all offering great price savings over the usual distribution channels. So they're quite a unique sort of company in their offering, and they're brand new to Prima with the catalogue, and we are working on EDI for the next version, so you will have EDI offering coming soon. So in today's webinar, what we're going to be covering, I'm going to be covering how you can request a catalogue for the Jolly Savage through the brand new marketplace website. Then setting up EDI with the delivery codes, and then finally, because they have a unique product offering with the OEM printers consumables and how they work, I'll explain a little bit of how their data works in Prima, and basically give you an explanation of what they do. So starting off, how can you actually get the Jolly Savage catalogue into your Prima database? So if you go to marketplace.primasoftware.co.uk on any web browser, or if you click the marketplace button within the Prima dashboard, you'll be taken to this website. Now on this website, if you just scroll down, you'll be met with basically the multitude of suppliers, and we're looking for specifically today's sort of special supplier, which is the Jolly Savage here. So if you're going to request a catalogue, all you want to do, click this request catalogue, put in your company name, put in the account code for your supplier for Jolly Savage, and basically click order catalogue, and then that will be sent through our system and it'll be available for you to import shortly. And basically you can import that into your Prima database. The orange notification will pop up in the bottom right hand corner, and the Jolly Savage will be basically a catalogue available to import. So once you've got the catalogue in there, it's basically time to actually set up the company for EDI. Once that is available, you can see it's coming soon from Marketplace, the EDI. So once that's ready, you want to basically get that set up and make your life easier by ordering EDI and electronically. So to do that, if we go into Prima, and then if we click on this details button, which will open up the company once you've created the catalogue and put the supplier in, it will open up basically the company. And if we go to the supplier tab, we want to focus on basically selecting the connection type to be the Jolly Savage here, popping in the username and password that they provide once you spoke to the guys at Jolly Savage and got your account set up and sorted. And then basically on the right hand side, these are the delivery codes that are basically required to order. So I'll just make that a little bit bigger. So it's everything in here that you will require, and it's basically, you can pop that in, replicate this setup, and you'll be good to go for EDI ordering. So you can pause this webinar right now while these are on screen, and basically copy the setup within your own database with the costing and everything, making sure that you've got direct delivery set for the relevant code and standard selected for the relevant sort of standard codes, and you'll be good to go with EDI ordering. So you can pause it here while you get that set up if you want to just copy those. But that is basically the EDI delivery and setup. So it's just making sure you get the information from those guys, pop it into the supplier tab against the Jolly Savage company within your Prima database, and you're good to go. Now finally, because the guys at Jolly Savage do offer a unique range of products with the gradings, the data in Prima works a little bit differently from other suppliers. So if I just go into the catalogue just to show you, for other items, if we go into the catalogue, they basically work off a grading. And basically with those gradings, there are different sort of product codes for each one. So just to show you, with the highest grade, that will be the equivalent item to your sort of generic wholesaler code. So it will be sort of a supplier that's optional to switch from those suppliers. Then, because there are different grade offerings, rather than having a load of different suppliers for just that code, they're set up in Prima as alternatives. So for example, with this code here, 1000:A, which is the highest grade, for any other grades you see you've got the B grade, the open bag, open seal bag, a rebox, whatever it might be, these are the different grades that they offer. These codes will be set up as alternatives. So whether you're in your requirements, whether you're in the sales order, you'll be able to see different alternatives. So your customers haggling with you for a better price, it may be that you can offer one of the different gradings and get it a little bit cheaper for yourself and work work something out with your customer. So these are the different offerings that you've got. Now, with all these codes, because there are so many different variants of the items that Jolly Savage do supply, not all the items they have are held in stock. So the way that they manage that, rather than do sort of a stock feed at the moment, is with your systems, because you will have a genuine EDI setup in here, the cost price that you will see will be $9.99. So if I just scroll down, we should be able to find some in here. So you see these codes here. If you see any sort of items that have a £999 cost price, that means there is no stock. So within your requirements and everything, it won't be shown as a cheaper price because you don't have there won't be any stock available for that item. So when you're doing your ordering with the supplier, if you see any of these that have $9.99 against the cost price, then that's what it means. It's not just an issue with the pricing, it means that there isn't no stock. So once EDI is out and the terms are all working and set up, unlike this database, which there is no EDI set up at the minute for it, basically you'll be able to get your accurate cost price and use your stock levels from this $9.99 screen. So just a quick recap of what we've been through today. Been through how you can request a catalogue for the Jolly Savage through Marketplace. Don't forget, you can click the button on the dashboard here in the bottom right hand corner. So this is what this is, to actually go and create go and order the catalogue from the Marketplace. Then we've got the EDI Delivery code set up, so you can go back and rewind the webinar to pause around that time, so you can copy it and replicate the setup, because they are a requirement for EDI ordering. And then finally, because they offer a unique sort of product range, the data in Prima works a little bit different with the alternative codes for the products as well as the costing for the stock levels. So that's the Jolly Savage, and that is basically how they work with Prima. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.